What's going on, Workforce? Brian here, and today we're breaking down the Final Fantasy XI controller guide, the one and only, because, well, you just need one in this case. Anyway, if you're not familiar or don't know what I'm talking about, in Final Fantasy XI you can play with the controller. To actually configure said controller, it's done in an application that occurs outside of the game, so that's usually where you want to start. And let's go ahead and start with that. So I'm going to hit start, I'm going to type in Final Fantasy, and you're going to see Final Fantasy XI config. There is a Play Online config, which is a separate program which you can go in and tweak some of the Play Online settings as well, but we'll stick with this for this video. It's going to open in my other monitor. I'm going to go drag it in right in here. So you can see gamepad settings. This is really where you want to start. So as I drag it over onto the main monitor here, you can see that I've got my controller buttons figured. Now, I use an Xbox One controller, and this is how it aligns with this system and this software. I've seen it with a couple different controllers with different buttons. So don't look at the button numbers and think that it's going to work for you. I have my A button being the button 4 in this case, so my confirm, B is cancel, and so on. So to find out like what buttons you want, you click on it and then you just press the button on the controller to select it. So if I press B, it's going to shift to 1. If I press A, it shifts to button 4 in this case. And that's pretty much how you're going to configure it. When you do select a button, since you can't have 2, it will blank it out for you as well. It's important that you click on it. Sometimes I find that it clears itself out. It can be pretty annoying. This is a very old school application as far as it goes. Now I put my, you see my Alt and Control, I put those on my triggers. This kind of does have a familiar 14 feel, even though your bar will actually pop up at the top of the screen. And I'll actually give you guys a tour here in game here in just a second. So I do that. I have my auto run as my left bumper, so a lot of the parallels to Final Fantasy XIV are already here and already in place. Now I don't need my hide menus, and I don't use log out as a part of a controller function. I don't need it. Heal lock on target is pressing down on the right stick, and changing view is pressing down on the left stick. I've got my main menu set to start, and I've got my kind of open active windows set to the X button. Anyway, we'll give a tour in there. So you has a couple options: enable slider, enable hat switches, enable force feedback if your controller can support rumble. I like using it personally. And then also enable gamepad when the game is inactive, meaning if you're in border windowed mode or whatever, go ahead, if you shift off to the wiki, which is where you're going to spend some time if you're playing 11, that way you can still move around and control the game. Also directional control devices. This is where you're going to configure your sticks as well as your D-pad. So you're going to say press up, and you're going to press the 1 button. In this case, on my controller, that is B, down and B, right and B, and left and B. And then it's going to give you this confirm, so hey, this is working. You do the same for the camera, and same for the menus. You can have some predefined setups that you want to play around with, and you can also test out the gamepad from here. Clicking OK, and then clicking OK is going to save your control setup. So let me go ahead and show you how this all works within the game itself. So here we are in game. You can see that I can run around here with the left stick, and I can also move the camera with the right stick. Now you can actually hit start and go over to your config section. Now in the menu, you can press left and right on the D-pad. So you want to go here, and when you pick on config, and then you can go to camera and mouse. So if you're used to being an inverted player like myself, you can actually set that here. It makes it real easy for you. If you don't like inverted, I think it's defaulting obviously to normal. That's why they choose the word normal in this case. There's one other quick setting that I want to point out. Anybody who's coming into the game, we'll cover this in a more, I guess, detailed thing, but put on your timer display. It actually tells you how long your various buffs are going to last in this case. So you can see that start brings up your menu, very archaic, very old school to be able to be used. Pressing down on the right stick is going to put you in a heal mode. This is going to be allowing you to rest in that rested state, recover your HP and MP. Hopefully if you have trust NPCs, they're going to help take care of you as well. Now your right trigger can pull up your various different macro sets, which you can use here, and then you can also use your left trigger to do as well. You can hold them down, and you can press up and down to cycle through your various macro sets. And this game really utilizes macros. As far as targeting goes, you can press left and right on the D-pad. Up and down will also cycle just through your party list, which is down on the right-hand side, very tiny in the menu. If you press A with anything selected, it's going to target your nearest item, and it's going to show you that target in the main menu. If you have nothing, it's going to pick on yourself, and bring up a menu of things that you can use. So that's the A, the B, etc. Now if I press Y, you can see it selects my window, and then I can press A to bring up my full chat log here. That way if you were like, hey, what did I miss? You can even split out the chat log. I'll cover that in another video as well. And the last but not least, something you're going to really want is the auto run, and that's left bumper. So with yourself moving, press left bumper. You can set yourself down and run. You can put it down like on the desk, walk away, in hopes that you don't run into something that's going to just destroy you. Anyway, guys, for Work to Game, my name's Brian. Hopefully this guide's been helpful. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know if you got any questions in the comments below, and I'd love to hear from you, and I'm looking forward to that conversation. But for Work to Game, my name's Brian. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and take care.
Hey, it's me. Thanks so much for watching this video. You should click here to subscribe and here to maybe check out some more of our videos. So again, thanks for watching. We hope you like this video. We hope you subscribe and join our community. Let us know in the comments below what you think, and we'll see you next time. Bye.